Are you guys ready? Are you guys pumped? This is the video that will begin to explain what had happened to me during that 8-month period, 7 to 8 months, maybe even 9 months, in which I was missing off of YouTube and off of the internet. And I refer to those times as the Dark Ages. I've talked about it many, many times, and this is a very highly anticipated video where many people have been wondering what had happened during that period of time, because I have absolutely chosen to not discuss what had happened during the Dark Ages, because I was not ready for it, to speak about it, because it was such a life-altering event. Well, events, I can't call it one event. It was a whole slew of events, right, pretty much continually, one after another, after one event, that started off this spiral into craziness that led into where I am today. So let's begin. It's sophomore year, the beginning of sophomore year. I'm posting YouTube videos every now and again. They're just crappy gameplays, and in my life at the time, behind the camera, I had really no friends at school. I didn't have a girlfriend for years, and I was a very, very shy individual. And that was me. That was my life. I posted YouTube videos to make myself a little bit happy, but I wanted to gain some sort of attention by doing YouTube, and that's why I really have done it for so long, until recently, when I have changed my whole perspective on life as a whole, and now I don't really care about attention from YouTube. I just do it for like a self-medication, So you can go watch those videos as of right now. I don't know how long they'll be out, because I'm thinking about deleting all my old videos. But yeah, I was a really nerdy kid, very shy, very unconfident in myself, and again, I had no friends, really no social life. That was how I was. So yeah, fast forward to the end of the year, about the last 2 to 3 months of school, and I began to get a few friends, and I got a girlfriend. I'm not gonna spice up the story and tell you exactly what happened with me and my girlfriend, how we met, and all that. It really, for the purpose of this story, is pretty irrelevant. I would have to say that it is so life-changing. It was one of those life-changing events that I will never forget, but I can't, it's one of those things you can't describe to people. You can't really put into words what that did to me, but it really changed my whole perspective on life. That just single event of dating this girl for only about 2.5 months at the most, and having the entire relationship build up for me to fall in love, and then for the relationship to collapse literally everywhere where it could collapse. It was her, it was me. There was just so many issues across the board. Her family, my family, her, me. There was just issues across the board, which ultimately led to the demise of the relationship. But I was very much in love with her, and that really affected me. And our relationship ended last summer, the very beginning of summer. early June. This begins the start of the Dark Ages. This was the turning point in my life in which I changed completely. So, to spicing up the mood a bit, I'm wearing a hat backwards to get you to understand who the Dark Alex is, you know, what the dark realm of my mind was like. I got so vengeful, so full of hatred after breaking up with this girl. Well, it was pretty mutual. I can't say that she broke up with me or I broke up with her. Originally, I broke up with her, sort of. It's hard to explain. I don't even know where to go with that. Basically, we both let each other go towards the ending of the relationship, and it just was really rocky and really bad. You know, like, she kind of let me go, but it was still hanging on, and then asked if we could get back together. I said, absolutely not, F you, I'm going on my own. Then she got pissed, then I asked to go back with her. She said, absolutely not, F you, I'm on my own. And then we played that game for a little bit of time, and it collapsed in early June. So, for about a month that summer, I was very, very, very depressed. I mean, I've been more depressed in my life. I've had way worse experiences. But it was just very, sad. It was not a fun experience overall. And this led me to be very filled with hatred, very filled with jealousy of other people. And I overall just deteriorated completely. And I remember calling up my friends after breaking up with her breaking up with me, or however you want to say it, when it was official, like absolutely official that we were done. I remember calling up all my friends and telling them, how I felt like bad about them. Like I felt like I had done something wrong to them. It was a very weird experience. I'm sure all my friends that I called exactly know what I'm talking about. It was just, I don't know, there was a lot on my mind afterwards about previous things in my life that got brought up to the surface through these really, really strong emotions, and I basically called all my friends, told them about, this really makes me look like I've got like a cone head. This hat isn't meant to be worn backwards, but so as I was saying, yeah, I called them all up, and I don't know, I had a lot on my mind. I was gone. I was so gone. I was just deep in the abyss. And this leads me to the wedding number 1 that I went to over the summer. There's 2 weddings I went to. Well, one of them wasn't technically the summer anymore, but it was for me. It was the very beginning of the school year. Now, that is a completely separate video altogether. This was just the beginning of this series about the Dark Ages, but you needed to understand this before we really got into the heavy crap. This wasn't even the beginning of the Dark Alex and Dark Ages as a whole. So, love you all. I'll see you later. Stay tuned for that video. Peace.